liked what they saw. You could tell at first. I don't know, first half of the first quarter, pretty exciting football. What happened? We'll just talk about that. Talk about the hot start.
Things were going well for us.
Yeah.
I've talked all along about the fact that I was so scared about it. I didn't know how our kids were going to react to adversity. And when something bad happens, you can't follow it up with a worse situation. Mm-hmm. We had a fumble on that punt, and they just let it steamroll. They couldn't get out of that hole, and they couldn't believe in what they were doing, which makes you a step slower, which makes you a step behind what you're supposed to be doing, and it just steamrolled from there. They had 4 or 5 big plays on us, and that's just not playing every down.
Right.
We just got to learn to do that. We've just got to learn to improve that. So.
Well, how about the? You guys start off with recovering the fumble, and then use four plays to get Tate in the end zone there, and for that first score. Well, I think not since I've been here has a varsity team scored first in a game. You're first. There you go. Just talk about that first TD as a Hornet.
Well, I was excited, I was so excited because that's the way you want to get it started, and you want to keep that intensity and keep that emotion that we started with, and I knew they were going to give us things because we didn't have a lot of preparation. I knew he was going to bring backers. I knew he was going to bring all kinds of pressure. That's smart football. That was smart of him to do it. I knew there was nothing, we hadn't had enough prep time. We're trying to teach kids. I knew it was going to happen. I just thought we could pick it up a little better. And so a lot of that's my fault. I mean, our offensive woes have to go on me just from us not being completely prepared, and trying to figure out what our priorities are in practice time right now. And they exploited our weaknesses and our lack of knowledge on certain situations, But I was so excited at the beginning, to answer your question now. I was so excited at the whole way it started, and I want the kids to play that way all the time. I want them to have that kind of intensity all the time and true emotion, and once again, when something bad happened, then it turned into, they were trying to be emotional, but it was false emotion. It wasn't true emotion coming out, and they just got to learn that, and that's a hard thing to teach, a hard thing to get them, but they will. They'll get it.
Some bright spots for you tonight. What did you think about your sophomore quarterback?
Yeah, I thought Tate did a nice job. There's people in his face. I was disappointed with our protection, not so much some of the scheme too, but I was disappointed in the protection, which didn't allow us to do anything we wanted to do as far as throwing the ball, because if we got any kind of protection, we were gonna be all right. And they weren't bringing more than we could block. We just weren't picking them up right now. So, we'll correct that. That stuff will be on film. We'll correct that. One thing about week one is you find your weaknesses and you find out what you can be exploited at, and you better get better at them because everybody's going to see film on it now.
Yeah, exactly.
And so everybody's going to see that, and they're going to come try to get it, and we just have to find a way to get better at what we're doing and make sure it doesn't happen again.
How about the timing on the snaps?
Snapping was a little struggle. I thought we practiced this week was so really, really good, but man, it's hard to get an offense moving with our snaps the way they are. We'll work on that. That's first night jitters. But I thought we had it out of the way because they weren't very good last Friday either. But Blaine works hard and he's trying, and he'll get him. I thought he blocked better up front in the middle. So it's just one of those things we got to work on.
How about Gentry? Seemed like he was running up the middle pretty good, but then why'd you take him out? Why'd you give DeRondre
I just want to give Trey a little look because we were just Tyler was playing both ways, and we really needed him focused on defense because we were having a hard time just stopping that outside with the pitch and running to the ball. And I want to give Trey a look.
Yeah. Were you looking for an offensive spark a little bit from him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I was. And trying to see if he could break one of those tackles and go along with it. We were going to try to run the zone and come out second half. We wanted to run the zone and run our tailback in the zone. I thought that would have been better. It was a better look for us. We just once again shot ourselves in the foot and couldn't get it going. So.
How about Justin Holloway tonight? Seemed like he had a pretty good game kicking for you. Did some nice things on catching the ball in tough situations.
Yeah, offensively he did a nice job. I'll have to watch film and watch how he blocked because that's the key where he's at.
Right.
It's how he blocked, and I don't know how that. I didn't watch him enough. I was watching other things.
Okay.
But Justin works hard. I love the kid. He works hard, and he's going to come to work every day. And I know Justin's a kid. When I was talking to him in the locker room about, you can go either way. You can either say, oh well, here we are again, or you can go, or you can step up and say, we're going to get better. By week 7, we're going to be pretty good. And I know Justin's one of those kids that's going to buy into that, and I know he's going to do it. So
is that what you talked to him about?
Yeah, I just told him that you can go one of either way. You can either say, oh, this is the same old thing, or you can say, no, we're working hard. We're going to be good by week 7.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe we will. I really believe we will. I think we'll get better. I think we'll improve. Yeah. You know, all the time, and I hope we do. I know I'm going to keep coming to work, and I'm a coach that keep coming to work. You know, and so the kids buy in and keep coming to work also.
And know anything about Circle next week, Coach?
Nothing other than we're exchanging film tonight. I know they got that kid going to Oklahoma. I know he's pretty good. I haven't watched him on film. All I know a little bit about what they do defensively and offensively, but not a ton. Okay. You know what I mean? So it'll be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge every week. You know, we're going to but I hope I would assume we're going to be better next week than we were this week.
First home game as a Hornet. How do you feel? I mean,
I hate walking off losing. I hate losing. You don't even know how bad I hate losing. Yeah. And I know my wife is not wanting to even look at me because she knows how I'm going to be all weekend. I just hate it, man. It's just going to stress me out so bad. But at the same time, what that means is I got to do everything in my power to make sure it doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? And so. Yeah, I love the emotion. I love the crowd. I love the field. I love the setup. It was way cool. I mean, that was nice. And I like the guy with the truck. You know what I mean? And so, and you know, but walking off there, W, man, I sure wanted to give everybody who was here a win. And we just got some work. We got some work. But we're gonna get there.
All right,
we're gonna get there.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you.